Battlefront 2 had a lot of great maps in it, and that was definitely a strong part of the game. There were a lot of iconic planets, and all the maps really felt like you were on that planet. But of course, the Star Wars galaxy is huge, and there's so many great planets that could be added to a Battlefront 3. So I put together a list of 10 maps that would be awesome to play in Battlefront 3. If we do get a Battlefront 3, then I do also really want to see all the maps that were in Battlefront 2 in the new game. And the perfect scenario is if they're all remastered to be better than the old one, or at least just a bit different so it's fresh. My question for you guys today is, what is your number one planet you want to see in a Battlefront 3? Comment down below because I'm really interested in what you guys want to see. Getting into the video, the first map that I would love to see is Batuu. Batuu is a grassy planet in the Outer Rim that has been visited by many great characters, such as Anakin Skywalker and Grand Admiral Thrawn. As of the sequel era, it has become a base for the Resistance and is occupied by the First Order. Then, of course, the awesome part is that you can actually visit this place in real life. In Batuu, you can experience all sorts of cool stuff, like being in a cantina, a marketplace, a mechanical shop, a place to build lightsabers, and all sorts of other kind of stuff. All of this stuff would be great to play in a video game. Coruscant is a map I know everyone wants to see. It's one of the most populated planets in the galaxy and was the capital of the Republic. This planet is one of the main planets from the prequels and shows up throughout Star Wars lore all the time. It's one everybody knows and everyone likes. Battlefront 2 doesn't have any maps that are in cities, so I think that is an area that could really use some maps. And no cities would be better than Coruscant. I would love to be able to play through an advanced city in either a massive skyscraper or deep underlevels. Dathomir is the next planet I would love to see because of how unique of a planet it is. It can be seen in the Clone Wars TV show and can be played through in Jedi Fallen Order. Dathomir is also the home of Darth Maul and the Night Sisters. The actual planet is a lot of rocky mountains. There's also a just kind of haze to it, and the planet in general is just very unlike any other planet. There are neat villages to see and a lot of references to other parts of the galaxy. Adding Dathomir to the game would also be a really nice way to tie into Jedi Fallen Order. Dagobah is one I had to add to the list because of how iconic it is and how well it is remembered from a lot of people's favorite Star Wars movie. It's remembered to be the planet where Yoda was introduced and where Luke Skywalker was trained to become a Jedi. It's not the prettiest planet, but gameplay-wise, it could be really cool. Fighting through the swampy jungle is a cool idea to me. There aren't a lot of planets from the original trilogy that aren't in Battlefront 2, so I think this one would be the best one to add from the original trilogy. Now, of course, there needs to be a planet from The Mandalorian. And out of the 1.5 seasons that have been released, I definitely think Nevarro would be best. It is also the one with the most screen time. Nevarro is the home to Din Djarin's clan of Mandalorians in a town with a lot of bounty hunters and crime. I think that it is just a really cool Star Wars planet with cool buildings. I could see it being a great map for fighting with cool objectives. There could also be like a section of the map that leads to lava rivers. A map I'm really disappointed we never got to play in Battlefront 2 is the Jedi Temple. I know the Jedi Temple is on Coruscant, but these could be two totally different maps. The Jedi Temple is super cool and is where everyone's favorite heroes live. There are a lot of great parts to the Jedi Temple, and I think it would be super cinematic to play through. I really think it's a map that everyone would love to see. Continuing with the Clone Wars era, because that is the era with the coolest maps, and who doesn't love the Clone Wars, I would love to see Umbara, which is the planet from one of the most popular arcs from the Clone Wars. Umbara is a dark map, yet colorful, and the layout is pretty similar to Felucia. This is the place where the clones were pitted against each other, and had to defy orders from the Jedi General. The fights and missions are amazing on this map. The dark map with bright lights would be the coolest place ever to fight, and raiding separatist bases would be as cinematic as it gets. Alderaan is a beautiful planet that is the home of Leia Organa. She grew up as the princess of this planet and spent much time here. Alderaan was then blown up by the Death Star. One reason I want to see this map is for the potential of awesome objectives. It could be really cool on this map if the objective could be kind of evacuating people from the planet or trying to prevent the Death Star from firing somehow. Mandalore is another great Clone Wars planet that I would love to see. There are some awesome battles on this planet, and it is famous for being the home of the Mandalorians. This map would mainly be a city, and there would be some really cool buildings. I think this planet would just be really fun and be a great way to connect to the Mandalorians in this game. Mustafar is the last planet on this list, and at first I didn't really see how you could make large-scale game modes on this map. But then I thought about how awesome it would be to play a hero vs. villains type game mode on this map. Of course, this planet is super famous for the legendary battle that took place between Obi-Wan and Anakin. And playing that out in a Battlefront 3 would be perfect and just really contribute to the game being the perfect Star Wars game. It could also be the one map where there is dismemberment.